ABC7 Bangor.
This is ABC7 News at Noon.
A lobsterman in Cushing caught more than lobsters. A bomb squad was called in. We've got the details. Good afternoon. I'm Susan Farley. Democratic lawmakers unveiled a bill that would expand abortion access throughout the state. And a proposed bond backed by a statewide coalition would provide funding for Maine's trails. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on these and other stories in just a moment. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Hey Susan, happy Thursday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Lou G and Fredericks across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. Here we go. Look how nice this is, right? This is a nice map to be looking at, where there's hardly anything going on, at least at this point. Maybe a few clouds, but otherwise a lot of sunshine for today, and the temperatures will be loving it too. We're pretty quiet across our neck of the woods right now. We'll keep that going for a few days, but there is a chance to rain back in the 5-day forecast, and we'll show you that coming up later in the show. But otherwise, though, not too bad. We'll be under a mostly sunny sky today. Maybe a few clouds in a few spots. But even by tonight, we're looking pretty good. Even in the parts of tomorrow morning, maybe a few passing clouds. But otherwise, a lot of sunshine to start things off for your Friday. Maybe some wind to keep an eye on as well. Nothing too extreme. Mainly out of the southwest at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sustained, but maybe some gusts up to 15 to 20 miles per hour cannot be ruled out today as well. And not as bad as we head towards tomorrow also. So for today, upper 60s, mostly sunny and breezy. South wind getting up to about 15 miles per hour at times. For tonight, upper 40s on the way. Not too bad at all, right? Partly cloudy. That west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, lower 70s. Partly cloudy. North wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period. Plenty of sunshine on the way. Temperatures reaching for the upper 60s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Susan?
Thank you, Devin. There are new details on a man from Elford who's accused of murdering his wife this week. Court documents show 40-year-old James Crow called authorities on Monday to say he had just shot his wife and he didn't mean to do it. When police arrived, they discovered 39-year-old Kristen Crow had been shot in the head and passed away. The couple's 18-year-old son was also at the home at the time of the shooting and was uninjured. Police eventually caught up with James Crow at a convenience store in Lyman, where he was taken into custody. He made his first court appearance on Wednesday. Authorities say Mrs. Crow had just filed for divorce 2 weeks ago. Officials say Kristen Crow was also under investigation for fraud after she allegedly stole $400,000 from her former employer. It was a potentially explosive discovery for a lobsterman in Cushing. He was hauling traps Monday when he hauled up an unusual object about 20 miles offshore and brought it home. The lobsterman called police the next day, and they arrived to realize it was actually a military rocket. Technicians used X-ray imaging to determine the tip contained material that could explode. The bomb squad decided it was the best thing to do to detonate the shell so it could be disposed of safely. They believe it could have been in the ocean for decades. Democratic lawmakers unveiled a bill that would expand abortion access throughout the state. In response, Republican lawmakers held a press conference to voice their opposition to the bill. Devin Dagnall met with both parties.
20 Maine state senators and 76 state representatives have co-sponsored Governor Janet Mills' bill to expand abortion access.
So LD 1619 is an effort for Maine to recognize that the decision to have an abortion is a deeply personal and clinical one, best decided between a healthcare provider and the individual concerned.
LD 1619 has been in the works since January of this year after the governor was inspired by the story of Dana Pierce, who had to seek an abortion out of state after she discovered her child was suffering from a deadly form of skeletal dysplasia. Titled An Act to Improve Maine's Reproductive Privacy Laws, the bills would allow for an abortion at any point in pregnancy as long as it is approved by a physician.
It's shocking that there's no reason. It's abortion up to the moment of live birth for no reason.
Abortions don't happen without a reason. There's very deep and personal decisions, personal reasons that people have for the decisions they make.
At the press conference Maine Republicans held in opposition to the proposed legislation, Senator Lisa Keim of Oxford referred to the bill as barbaric and stated it is not what Mainers want.
As was stated, many polls show that Mainers are opposed to late-term abortion in a very large percentage, like almost 70% or above 60% of Mainers.
An exact date has not been selected, but the bill will be presented to the Judiciary Committee within the next few weeks. In Augusta, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Members of Bangor's Public Works are back on Valley Avenue, clearing out debris left behind by a homeless encampment. The cleanup efforts come after occupants of the encampment were ordered by the city to move out. Several organizations partnered with the city to provide those individuals with housing vouchers and other resources. Some of the occupants told us they were able to find permanent and temporary housing solutions thanks to those resources. The city announced Valley Avenue is closed again today from the 14th Street extension to Bruce Road. The road is expected to be reopened by late afternoon. Governor Mills announced her administration will use a $24 million grant to strengthen Maine's early childhood support system. The grant will enhance early childhood services for children 5 and younger. It includes expanded outreach programming to families with young children, pilot projects to improve accessibility to pre-K, professional development for childhood educators, and financial support for child care providers. The grant will also support the development of an early childhood integrated data system to make data-driven decisions and policies to benefit Maine children. The Health and Human Services Committee took up a bill that aims to improve transportation services for Maine Care patients with multiple disabilities. It was presented by Republican Representative Michael Limelin of Chelsea. The bill would ensure vehicles carrying Maine Care members would be required to have the proper equipment that accommodates their disabilities. The bill would also ensure that drivers assisting Maine Care patients would undergo proper training should there be an emergency. Representative Limelin says he's representing this bill for the parents like himself that struggle with this problem on a daily basis.
The bill is for all the other parents who are not as strong of advocates as I am. See, I have gone to the provider and had them make some changes, not all the changes, but I know other parents, they don't know how to do that.
The committee raised concerns regarding tracking of the vehicles. Representative Limelin plans to take the committee feedback to the next workshop session. A proposed bond backed by a statewide coalition would provide funding for Maine's trails. Our Matthew Jaroncic has the story.
Organizations including Maine Outdoor Brands and the Natural Resources Council of Maine, as well as the towns of Rumford and South Berwick, were joined by lawmakers to push for legislation to design, develop, and maintain trails statewide.
Supporting LD 1156 is critical to advancing Maine's trails and economic development. It represents an investment that will pay dividends for years and generations to come.
The bill was introduced by Democratic Representative Jessica Fay of Raymond and Republican Senator Russell Blagg of Wilton. It would provide $30 million in grants for organizations to continue improving and protecting trails statewide. Funding would be provided over a 4-year period, where recipients would be required to match at least 20% in contributions.
Outdoor recreation is a really big piece of our state's economy, right? And it's part of our outdoor brand. We need to continue to see investments in the outdoor recreation space, and the Maine Trails Bond would be a really big boost to our broader outdoor recreation economy.
The Maine Trails Bond is significant in numerous ways, as it's not only received support from businesses and organizations across the state, but it's also the first bill of its kind to receive funding for trails statewide.
In fact, the state of Maine doesn't invest anything in our trails, really.
According to the Bureau of Economic Analysis, outdoor recreation contributes more than $2.8 billion to Maine's economy. Rumford's Economic Development Director George O'Keefe says it's time for the state to recognize the importance of its environment.
We should be able to have more recreation and all of the associated economic benefits that come along with that. And right now we don't have enough of that, and we should have more. And it's an underdeveloped portion of our economy.
The bill is expected to have a public hearing with the Appropriations Committee by the end of April. In Augusta, Matthew Jaroncic reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, there's still a shortage of homes on the market in Maine. We've got details when we return.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. Have both Medicare and Medicaid? Now's the time to explore your options and choose the coverage that's right for you. Choose a plan that offers you more benefits at no additional cost. Millions of members turn to WellCare for benefits and services that go beyond basic Medicare and help them lead better, healthier lives. Choose a plan with zero or low monthly premiums, co-pays, and deductibles. And with WellCare, you don't just pay less, you get more. More dental with comprehensive coverage, including dentures and crowns. More vision and hearing with an eyewear allowance and hearing aids. plus prescription drug coverage with $0 preferred generics and free home delivery. Call us at 1-877-267-8416 to speak to a friendly licensed representative and request a free all-in-one guide. There's no obligation. We're here to help you review your options to see if a WellCare plan is the right decision for you. WellCare has a large network of quality doctors and specialists. Plus, we offer PPOD SNPs with the freedom and flexibility to choose your preferred provider in some areas. Enjoy free over-the-counter healthcare items and free groceries with a healthy food card. Plus, free transportation to doctors and pharmacies and free meals delivered to your home. Get convenient access to care with our telehealth services, including online doctor visits and a free gym membership with online classes. WellCare is a leader in government-sponsored health care. It has been serving those with Medicare, Medicaid, and prescription drug for more than 35 years. Call now. We're here to answer your questions and even assist enrolling you over the phone. Choose the company that puts your health first. WellCare, Medicare done well. Call now and get a free copy of our all-in-one guide. 1-877-267-8416.
Oof, gotta get rid of this.
Tell me why.
'Cause it stinks.
Tell me why.
No, you tell me why I can't get rid of this odor.
Have you tried new Downy Rinse and Refresh?
It doesn't just cover up odors, it helps remove them 3 times better than detergent alone.
Yeah.
Guess the odor went bye-bye.
Nope.
That's not us.
Sorry.
Rinse odor away with new Downy Rinse and Refresh.
Save $10 when you spend $30 on Tide and Downy.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Maine's electric vehicle charging network is expanding. That announcement was made Wednesday by Efficiency Maine. 2 new DC fast charging stations are now open to the public in Bangor and Newport. DC fast charging stations will also be installed at Irving Oil locations in Presque Isle, Fort Kent, Baileyville, Van Buren. Maine Department of Transportation's Chief Engineer Joyce Taylor says registrations for electric vehicles in Maine have doubled over the last couple of years.
We have a really large state. You need to be able to gas up, if you will, and get that electricity into your car if you're going to have an EV. And we know they're coming. And we know people will buy them if they feel that they can get from here to there.
Efficiency Maine recently issued a request for proposals to add more chargers across the northern part of the state. Maine is expected to invest more than $27 million in federal funds in the coming years to significantly expand the electric vehicle charging network. If you are in the market to buy or sell a house, you have probably been waiting for the spring market to jumpstart your plans. According to the Greater Bangor Association of Realtors, with the interest rates climbing and a shortage of homes on the market, this is a good time to make the deal.
You can find the house, it's a good time. It's always a good time now rather than later. The house is always going to cost you more later on. So it is a good time to buy a house. It's a good time to sell a house.
Gary also says it can be frustrating for buyers that have to contend with multiple offers. He says to make it as easy as you can on the sellers by having your paperwork and pre-approvals done, make competitive offers, and hopefully timing is on your side. A nonprofit is launching a fundraising campaign in an effort to keep Bangor's Dakin Pool open for the summer season. The Friends of Dakin Pool campaign aims to raise $160,000. Senator Joe Baldacci, who serves on the organization's board of directors, says that money would be spent on capital improvements and operation costs. It will also be used to train and hire enough lifeguards to fully staff the pool. Last year, the city considered closing the pool for the summer season due to a lifeguard shortage, an issue the organization hopes to avoid going forward.
It's a resource. It's taught thousands of kids how to swim. It's been a resource for the community. We want to avoid it being closed. It's a recreational opportunity. It should be available to the whole East Side neighborhood.
Senator Baldacci encouraged residents and businesses to donate what they can to keep the community pool open. To donate or learn more about the campaign, visit the Friends of Dakin Pool Facebook page. After the break, we may have a way for you to help lose weight, and it may not be something you've thought about. We'll be right back.
Max True Value Hardware in Unity is the best option year-round for all of your home improvement projects. Backed by one of the leading paint manufacturers in the United States, Max will color match or custom mix any color for you. We care about your pets too, carrying all of the essential pet products in our store. During those cold winters, we take the extra step to help with wood pellets ready to load on site. We also fill all size propane cylinders year-round. Max True Value Hardware. We take pride in serving our community. Let us know how we can help you today.
Honey, where's the countertop?
I sent it out to the granite shop this morning to be replaced.
Wow. The quickest turnaround in the business. The Granite Shop in Sedgwick.
Hi, this is Jason.
And this is Jessica from Tossie's Checkout,
A family-owned business located in Glenburn.
inviting you to come experience that welcoming hometown feeling when you're visiting our neck of the woods.
You can always expect tasty treats,
Pizza,
spirits,
familiar faces.
and quality gasoline.
With summer approaching and Pushaw Lake nearby,
We look forward to seeing your smiling faces.
Come check us out.
Hey Red Sox fans, you've got to play You Pick'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Local weekly winners receive prizes from Herman Meadow Golf Club, Penobscot Poorhouse, or The Local. Register now at foxbangor.com. You Pick'em Red Sox is sponsored by Eddington Store in Eddington, Main Collision Center in Bangor, and Twin City Tile in Brewer.
Parts of South Florida are underwater today. A torrential storm brought almost a foot of rainfall to the area, causing widespread flooding. Some areas received even more. The storm also forced the closure of Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport. Many of the main roads in the area are covered by water. Some drivers had to abandon their cars after they became swamped by the rising water. Local residents have been asked to stay off the roadways today until the water levels drop. The Biden administration is engaged in full-on damage control following the leak of classified documents from the Pentagon. Harmful information is already out there, and more is expected to be released. Chief National Security Correspondent Jennifer Griffin has the latest on the investigation.
Senior U.S. officials have been working overtime, reaching out to U.S. allies to make amends for the untimely breach, as the Chinese government uses the leak to embarrass the U.S. and fuel distrust among U.S. allies.
The leaked military documents clearly show that the U.S. is deeply involved in the Ukraine crisis and that the U.S. has long used its technological advantage to conduct indiscriminate secret theft, eavesdropping, and spying on all countries in the world, including its allies.
One of the leaked documents outlines how many U.S. troops are in Ukraine, 14, mostly to provide VIP security at the U.S. Embassy.
There is a small U.S. military presence at the embassy in conjunction with the defense attaché's office to help us work on accountability of the material that is going in and out of Ukraine.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin met today at the Pentagon with Ukraine's prime minister. He ignored shouted questions about the classified leaks, which included withering battlefield assessments that many fear could harm Ukraine's spring offensive.
Thank you, Press. We're leaving now. No questions. Thank you, Press. We're leaving now. Thank you.
The hunt is on for the person or group who put these 53 classified documents on the internet. The culprit left enough seemingly amateurish clues that the intelligence community and Justice Department hope to narrow the pool quickly and bring charges.
We don't know who did this, we don't know for what reason, and we don't know what else this individual or individuals might have and might still release.
Pentagon officials remain frustrated. The leak is creating another distraction while the U.S. tries to counter China and Russia in Taiwan and Ukraine. Discord, the website where the classified documents were first posted, told Fox in a statement that they are cooperating with law enforcement involved in the investigation.
Trying to lose weight and just feel like you're stuck? Getting better sleep may be your answer. With more, here's ABC's M. Wynn.
Wherever you are on your weight loss journey, getting better sleep may be the answer to helping you meet your diet and weight loss goals. For adults in a weight loss program, better sleep was linked to sticking to weight loss goals, according to a preliminary study from the American Heart Association and researchers at the University of Pittsburgh. Better sleep was linked to sticking to daily calorie intake goals during this year-long program, and people who got better sleep had higher rates of attendance in group sessions and meetings for the weight loss program they were in. The next time you feel like you're just not getting anywhere with your weight loss, consider improving your bedtime and sleep quality. With this Medical Minute, I'm Em Nguyen, ABC News.
When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
Honey, where's the countertop?
I sent it out to the granite shop this morning to be replaced.
Wow. The quickest turnaround in the business. The Granite Shop in Sedgwick.
You've probably seen those ads on TV with the out-of-state 800 number that look like information from Medicare. Some even suggest that your zip code will get you more benefits or even money back. You guessed it, those ads are misleading. So don't call that out-of-state 800 number when your help is right here at home. Do what I did and call the Senior Planning Center. They have trusted professionals all over Maine.
Call the Senior Planning Center at 223-6565. That's 223-6565.
This is Eargo. They automatically enhance your hearing wherever you are.
Ours comes with buttons on the back, so you can fiddle around to your heart's content.
Like the 80s all over again.
Cool, right?
For a limited time, get $300 off our latest device.
Hi, I'm Angelina Mucci.
And I'm Andy Mucci of Family Fun Bowling Center.
When we want to know the weather, we go to foxbangor.com.
Celebrating our 50th anniversary year, Family Fun Bowling Center has 20 lanes of 10-pin bowling at its best.
Welcome back. We've got a beautiful day outside. Let's check your full forecast with Devin Biggs to see if it will last. Devin?
Alrighty, here we go. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Paramount Paving. When it comes to paving, they are Paramount. Give them a call for a free estimate today. Alrighty, here we go. So we do have some nice weather that we're being greeted with this morning into the afternoon period. So if you're looking for reasons to get outside, you will have plenty of those. So definitely take advantage of that with the nice weather that we do have on the way. Here's our pattern right now. There's a cold front across parts of the Midwest right now, not causing much issues there. We have a warm front approaching. This warm front's going to help us out. No active weather with it, but some warmer weather will be on the way because we do have some warmer temperatures arriving as early as tomorrow and kind of today as well. Futurecast showing maybe a few passing clouds for a few of you. Otherwise, we'll see a good amount of sunshine for it today, so definitely get outside and really enjoy it too. We'll see relatively clear later on tonight, maybe a few passing clouds, but a lot of sunshine as we roll into your Friday. And even proceeding forward after that, look at this, not much cloud cover either as we head towards Friday night. So the weather's looking pretty nice as we do proceed forward in time, even as we head towards your Saturday morning. So otherwise, we do have some gusty winds that we do need to keep an eye on. We're calm for the time being, but winds will start to pick up a bit later today, possibly 15 to 20 miles per hour or so. Nothing extreme, just enough to maybe notice it, and that'll be about it there. And then we'll kind of keep some of those gusty winds going later on tonight and a little bit into tomorrow as well. So nothing completely ridiculous or anything, but it'll just be enough where you might notice it, and that'll be about all. Wave heights are calm. We have no advisories in effect along the coast right now. 2 to 3 foot wave heights are being noted, at least at this point, maybe a little bit higher further out towards sea, but we're looking pretty good as we do proceed forward in many areas. Our average high temperature is 52 degrees. We'll reach for the upper 60s today, lower 70s Friday, cooling off a bit by Saturday into the lower 60s, back in the 50s Sunday into Monday, lower 60s again for your Tuesday, and low 50s again as we head towards your Wednesday. So our snowpack will continue to melt. We have 8 inches on the ground in Caribou right now, maybe a little bit more to the north and west, but near Bangor we're at a goose egg right now as a lot of that snow has melted and pretty much will continue to melt and retreat to the north as we do proceed forward in time. So upper 60s for that high temperature today, mostly sunny and breezy. South wind getting up to about 15 miles per hour. For tonight, upper 40s, partly cloudy. West wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, here we go, lower 70s, partly cloudy. North wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, a Paramount Paving extended forecast. Mostly cloudy for you Saturday with highs in the lower 60s. We're mostly cloudy again on Sunday with highs in the mid-50s and mid-50s again for your Monday as chances for rain showers move in.
Thank you, Devin. Liking the sound of those 70s. Well, it's something out of a science fiction movie, only this time it's real. Somewhere in a remote stretch of forest in far northern Maine, rocks from space crashed to Earth Saturday and may be scattered across the ground, just waiting to be picked up. A Maine museum is offering a $25,000 prize to the first meteorite hunters to deliver a specimen. The meteorites can likely be recovered in an area near WVII, Maine. It's a tiny town on the Canadian border. You can see the approximate location on your map on the screen. Daryl Pitt of the Maine Mineral and Gem Museum in Bethel says the unusually brightly colored fireball could be seen in a broad daylight. NASA said the meteorite fall was even observed on radar.
I was very excited. Fireballs are relatively unusual events, witnessed fireballs. A daytime fireball that's seen is all the more rare still, to be able to see this incandescence in bright daylight. So we knew from that alone that it was a large event.
Pitt says the first lucky hunters to bring in a 1 kilogram or 2.2 pound specimen will win the big prize, so long as it is confirmed to be a meteorite by their research department. However, the road to riches could be a little rough.
The meteorites fell in a really tough place. There have been tougher, certainly, but this is not easy. And that's in part why the $25,000 reward was offered, to motivate more people to get out there. And the more people that are out there, the greater the likelihood that someone's going to find one. It's kind of like a Powerball situation, but your odds are potentially better. In fact, strike that. Your odds are much better here.
Should be looking for if they meteorite hunting. He says you should be looking for a good time. Beyond that, keep your eyes peeled for a rock that will be likely black and have a fusion crust that is a result of frictional heating in the Earth's atmosphere. It will likely be smooth. There might also be elongated thumbprint-looking markings. Good luck to all the adventurers out there. And the Guinness World Book of Records just named a Chihuahua the world's shortest dog. Meet Pearl, the 2-year-old Chihuahua who's shorter than a popsicle stick at 3.59 inches tall and 5 inches long. This pooch weighs only a little over a pound. She's related to the previous record holder who died in 2020. Pearl was first revealed on Guinness's talent show in Italy. She might be small, but Pearl's owner says she's a bit of a diva. I've got one of those myself. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening with Peter Dubois and Beth Jones on ABC 7 News at 6. Have a great afternoon.
Time for Downey McBride to go to